How was your week, good sir?
Uh, Probably the most boring week I've had in a long while.
Ah, poor you. Didn't you play survival mode?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why. Don't ever play it again.
I might not.
Just give me a
Depending
second
on
so
what
that I can.
happens.
Sorry?
Depending on how much my league mates want to play, I might just not play it again.
Ah. Hello,
So,
Return Trading. Hello, Cars Thomas. Hello, Nathan Flo. Video. The Bat. Hello, guys. So, sadly, the group is already full. As soon as I logged in, there was a whole bunch of you guys waiting for me. It's gonna be rough a bit. We don't have a healer. Let's see if someone in the group can heal.
I think Future Flash can. I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's ask anyway, just to be sure. Maybe he doesn't want to today. Who knows?
Yeah, he's healer. Look.
Okay, so we're good to go.
Yes, sir.
Hello, the Bat. Hello, Shakrock. So tonight, guys, we are going to play the Flashpoint raids because that is the bonus week this week. And if all goes well, we might be able to go play the bounties afterwards. It's been a while since we played the Flashpoint bounties. If some of you guys actually need those bounties, you could join us in the open world afterwards. Been a while since I played any Flashpoint mission. I went to play the open world missions yesterday. It was a bit weird to go back there after quite a while. Where is the?
I
There we
like
go.
the DLC for the open world. But other than that, I'm not really a big fan of the DLC.
Um, I kind of liked it overall. I guess the mission I liked the least was probably the Heatwave one. I know some people didn't like fighting Berniak again after all this time. I didn't mind it.
I mean, it's been long enough, so yeah, I didn't mind you either. And they introduced a new character model for Brainiac, you know, so it was kind of different. You know what I think would be actually pretty cool though?
What?
Having basically, uh, I mean, a lot of people won't like it because you know there's Brainiac and the entire game is based on Brainiac, but a new DLC where Brainiac comes back and invades, but it's not one Brainiac. It's like basically Brainiacs from the multiverse.
Sure. DCUO got Flash. Sadly, the group is full right now. There's also Wallace West wanted to join. If someone leaves the group at some point, we'll try to take one of you guys. Oh, Cars Thomas had a great week. The Bat says, "Do you think Blue Beetle's pants is too thick?" Um, Maybe. I have to admit, I don't recall exactly what it looks like. So
So,
did you get past rank 15?
no.
Oh,
So, I'm assuming next month it will be doing maybe possibly the
Grandpa!
missions from
I'm
the seasonal.
Flash! So crashed to see you and your friends.
it's a four-player mission,
Instantly,
so
this does
we
look
might make a
1,000
video
years in
about
the
it.
future. Next, what happened to
Okay.
everyone else?
But
I still see
it's a four-player
contacts,
mission,
but
I think.
visuals don't match. Hang on.
Yeah, it's a
I'm running
four-player. I didn't know if
diagnostics.
there was another mission though.
Hey kid,
No,
we're
it's
not
Probably
really
more.
here
there's
for
two
you.
solo missions,
There
one
it is.
four-player
We
mission,
suspect this
and
place will help us
that's
fix
it.
the Flashpoint paradox.
But you've
At least they
arrived
gave us
just
2
in
solo missions. We
time.
haven't had a
Gorilla
freaking
Grodd's
solo in a long
attacking a
time.
city of gas. Come on.
Yeah. I guess I'll keep working on this connection issue.
Alvin says, you think they should remaster this game? In a roundabout ways, they kind of do it slowly but surely. Whenever they add a new DLC, sometimes they'll update some of the characters. Like for the for the homecoming event, they have upgraded the Superboy model. So sometimes they'll upgrade the model of certain characters, and sometimes the new maps they add are slightly upgraded. So they are slightly and slowly upgrading the game, but one small piece at a time as opposed to doing the whole thing. There is supposed to be a graphic update at some point. At this point, it probably won't be before 2023.
What do you think of the new Superboy suit?
I like it, but somehow it looks dark when I. Sometimes the lighting on the character is dark. Not sure why. Like when I realized that when I did my my thumbnail for the video I'm working on.
Yeah, I like it. And what did you think of the Blue Beetle?
Well, it's pretty much it looks like the same style we got in June. They just turned it into an NPC.
Usually they make a few subtle changes though, so that way you can't get the exact style.
Well, if they made subtle changes, I didn't notice.
What about the Blackfire?
I didn't like that design very much. I guess I was taken by surprise. The Blackfire I remember looked very, very different. I guess this is what the new 52 Blackfire or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't follow with Starfire stuff, so.
So I was a bit surprised by the design, but
let alone I don't follow anything Titan related.
but it's one of those events that's doesn't have much to do with.
It's
Yeah, it seems like a really silly and goofy event.
Yeah, very goofy.
Me, your dozen odd friends.
I'll help out, but kid, it's
Hopefully in the
just a
future,
rough
maybe we'll
ride.
get some nice styles from it. Like right now, they gave us a few Starfire related styles, I guess. But hopefully at some point they'll give us some other Titans styles.
So when the event comes out, are you gonna make a video on all the different like headpieces and stuff?
Oh yeah, I'll probably show them off because within in the preview preview window, we don't really get a good look at some of those rewards sometimes. So yeah, I'll make a video about those. The same for with the base items. Like we couldn't really get a good look at the base items because we cannot rotate them when we try to preview them.
You know, you would think after all these years that they'd actually change it and make it so you can rotate it any direction.
Not yet. I could have sworn we could do it at some point, or I might be misremembering.
No, I think you're remembering correctly because I'm pretty sure we were able to do that too. But I believe that was back on the PS3 days, so.
Could be. Anyways, it's not a big deal. It's just that usually when there's an item like that you cannot rotate it, I go to the broker and I look it up there. I think that might be it. I think on the broker we can actually rotate it. So that I might be confused with that.
That was so crash.
Yeah, it could be.
When I was all
Yeah.
up to date, Rod. You caught when I said that.
Come on, kid, we're wasting time.
Alvin Play says, I stopped playing the game. I won't return in a new account. Depending on when you stop the playing, there might be a whole bunch of new content that you've never played before. So yeah, create a new account. You'll have a lot of new stuff to do.
Oh man. Had some
Bayop is saying hello, Mr. Multiverse and DCUO. Hello, Mr. Supreme is saying peace. Peace to you too.
People get angry at
Oh
me when I
yeah,
go there.
that reminds me. I gotta show you something later.
All these citizens hate you so much.
I may have created a couple new armories. I gotta show you later on. Well, you know who Zarathos is, right?
Yeah.
I ended up recreating and saving an armory of it. Actually, I have it on right now. Hold up. There you go.
In the heat of battle, we won't see your style very much.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see it later. Maybe in a cutscene or something, you know.
Sure. Hello, Scrolls.
I mean, personally, I don't think Zarathos looks badass at all in the comics. I think he looks really goofy because he just has like a classic vibe to him. However, I mean, I think I managed to make it look a little bit more badass in this game by adding my own little touch to it. Because this, like, I mean, how can you make a red skeleton look badass? It's kind of hard, right?
I would have to experiment a bit. But you could have a green one with atomic skull, and you don't want.
No.
A green skeleton would look badass.
That's called vengeance.
For atomic skull.
All you gotta do is put a freaking mohawk on top of atomic skull, and you got freaking vengeance.
So I'll probably put my homecoming video a bit later today. I only played the solo missions. When I tried to get into the group mission, no one was playing it at the time.
Right?
Kid, maybe
I might
you
try to make the group
See, there-
mission a bit later. The video about the group mission a bit later. Worst comes to worst, I'll do the video about the group mission the day the DLC releases.
Rogues meet and greet. Should we take them one at a time?
And for the
or
rewards,
together?
sadly we cannot get the currency for the rewards, and I don't want to farm the rewards, the currency for the rewards on test, and then having to do that on live as well. So it's something I'm only going to do on the live when the event hits the live server.
I'm bringing Mirror Master over. And the Trickster.
Thank you, Scroll. Yeah, if you guys want to tap the like button, that would be appreciated. Sauce, I wonder why they stopped making full uniform trinkets like Clown Sanity, Manhunter, and Toy Form. Sometimes they mess up with the camera. There's some trinkets sometimes that when you activate them, it kind of messes up your camera, especially if it's a trinket that changes the size of your character. And it's not just trinkets, there's also certain abilities. They made a change to the iconic power where you use like a Venom through the camera at the time. So sadly there seems to be some issues when something changes your character, it creates camera issues. So that might be why we don't see as many trinkets as we once did.
Also, the fact that when it comes to the size things, there's certain maps where doorways are not designed for taller characters. I've seen a couple of them where you can't fit if you're a taller model.
Sauce is asking anyone here of the Cupid trinket from the first Valentine event. Always wanted to know if it's any stats bonuses. Not sure if I have that.
For example, if you were to actually go on the Birds of Prey mission, and you were to say be taller than the average build, you wouldn't fit through the glass door. Because it's such a small gap. So that's one of the reasons why they don't don't allow you to be bigger.
No, I did it. And I'm sick of you.
My
slowing
kid
me
him for
down.
a growing shrinking
You
power.
don't mean
I'm so
that,
sad
do
now.
you?
Kid Flash's vitals are crashing. What's going on?
I'm doing what I should have done from the start. Joining the roads against
Unfortunately,
you.
they'd have to rework some of the old
Listen,
maps
that's
by
not
doing
the
that,
real
and I'm
Flash.
pretty sure
It's
they're
just
not
a
going to do
nightmare.
that.
You have to fight back.
But I love my grandpa.
And he loves you. Let me see if I can pass the real one through to you.
Alrighties.
I wish I was there for you.
Now
but
watch.
I am so proud of you.
Calling it.
And I know
I
you
showed
can defeat this
Zarathos,
illusion.
okay, on your stream. I'm calling it. Watch this. Let's see how many people are going to make Zarathos now.
No, kid.
1,000.
Right here with you.
Enough heckling!
Yes, Weather Wizard. A storm for every season.
And did you get your Dark Father boots?
Yes, sir, I got them.
Parlor tricks, fool. Excellent work, Abracadabra. These statues will crush
I got every piece except for the belt because I don't care for spiky jock strap.
Come on, the belt is the best part.
Maybe for other characters, but not for Ghost Rider.
You could create a sex machine with it from what's it called again? The vampire movie with George Clooney. From dusk till
No,
dawn.
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I can make it a Gene Simmons maybe.
That too, I suppose.
I can make a Gene Simmons. It's good for Spawn, like Commando Spawn, I guess. That's as much as I can think about. So I assume we're gonna be doing the open world bounties.
Disappointing.
You
have overthrown.
Yeah, if the raids don't take too long, we'll do the bounties
Why
afterwards.
keep me prisoner in a nightmare?
All right.
To prevent your
Because I seem to recall last time we played those missions. Holy crap! Since the clamp, it seemed like those missions were harder than when they were first released. But today
Of course I
it
love
seems
you.
fine.
Who couldn't?
Well, let's show the leaderboard
sorry you
for
ever
people
thought
who like
anything
that
else.
kind of stuff. And let us select a reward.
Hey, we'll see you on the other side. We're not through the worst of it yet.
Thank you for believing in me.
Saz is saying certain areas I can see why getting bigger wouldn't work. But if Bane can get through them Legends instances, I think they can work something. Yeah, it would be nice if we could get some power. We would get bigger or smaller. But obviously there might be some.
Oh, I totally
limitations.
love it too. I'd love it too, but I just don't think it's realistic for what they with all the issues that come with it.
Well, that might
You
mean
know?
that just you would have to get smaller in order to pass through certain doors. You wouldn't be able to stay big all the time, I suppose. But anyway.
Or what they could do is simply this: increase the physical size of it, but make the hitbox the same as a regular brute. And either you're able to clip through anything that's really small. I mean, your head would go through walls, but I mean that's your choice, you know, to go that big.
We'll see. So maybe someday. Maybe someday they'll give us new powers. Anyway, until they decide to give us new powers, it's not really worth worrying about that. Hello, Chaos King. Hello, Lionel.
I just want the shrinking power so I can you know, people can make Ant-Man, they can make Gigantid, they can make Bane, they can make, you know, the Atom, they can make these characters.
Sure. Eduardo says we need a Blue Lantern healing power. We've been asking for that one for like 10 years now, so who knows? We're doing good, Chaos King. Any reason why Doom decided to become the Batman? Or the Arkham Knight, I should say. Because he's
Arkham
actually
Knight,
Jason
yeah.
Todd. Oh, spoiler alert for Arkham Knight.
I think it's a little late to say that. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to say spoiler alert and then say the spoiler.
Well, the game
Not
has been
say
out for
spoiler
like,
and
what,
then spoil-
maybe more. So I
No, something
figure,
like that, and it still looks freaking good.
I figure after 6 years, spoilers shouldn't matter. Oh, you're eating again.
No, I was just moving something.
Okay.
We all
You're just
out?
saying that's what
Okay.
I don't call you
Time to release
Fatty
you,
Fat
Kid
Ghost
Flash.
Rider.
Everyone, step back.
Sure.
What a
You need some meat on
nightmare.
them bones.
Oh man, but reality's worse.
That was
Brainiac's
bad.
trying to unlock the Speed Force with kidnapped speedsters.
I'm sure I told you I have a master's degree in dad jokes.
There's some sort of barrier in the speed
I
force
believe it.
blocking my arrival. But you've got this, kid.
Brainiac's probably
You probably
used
printed it off the
Zen
internet too and
Gary to
hung it up
generate
on a
that
freaking
barrier.
plaque.
We gotta free
Nope, it
Flash.
just came off naturally. Saw says, do you think the community somehow has a part in prevent serum powers from releasing? Well, as soon as they announced serum powers, it was surprising, let's say, because basically they were making the powers around injecting drugs, And obviously, even in a mature game, that's not gonna fly. Uh, there's despite the game being mature, or no, actually, the game is rated teen. There's still some kids playing the game. So anyway you slice it, having a power based around drugs, not a good idea.
Unless it's Grand Theft Auto.
Or even, are they going to change their content to be more less offensive in their
No.
upcoming game?
No.
I could have
It's
sworn I
Grand
saw.
Theft Auto.
And I'm pretty sure there's some articles saying that they're going to be less sexist and less
We're
violent or
stopping you.
something.
Release that flash.
Never.
Yeah, if you've seen Red Dead Redemption 2, they're definitely not going to be less violent. That's for sure. That's going to be one of the most violent games they've ever made. I swear to God. So no, the violent part is still going to be violent. In fact, it might be more violent. The sexist, maybe it might be dulled down, but that's definitely going to be violent. For sure.
I don't know. I'll have to look up the articles where I saw that. JMO, this is one of the Flashpoint raid.
I hate this raid because sometimes you get into a group and it's just like everyone dies.
It happens. When I was playing this mission as a fire tank, was pretty much my favorite because I knew I wouldn't die.
Yeah. I'm assuming that was on your Superman?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that way it didn't matter if even if the healer was not a good healer, I had no worries. I knew I would be able to stay alive. And the one time I think I had to let myself die was the whole group was down, and I didn't want to be the jackass who kept everyone waiting while I soloed the boss for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's definitely not me. I've done that a few times, but only after like, see, I only do that when we wiped like 3 times and no one ever listened the first time or second time, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what, I can clearly do this on my own, so I'll do you guys a favor and I'll do it on my own. You know?
Sure.
That's the only time I ever do that. Other than that, I will wipe. But if they keep dying over and over and over, then no, I'm gonna go solo it.
Batman 1716, no stat clamp for Flashpoint missions, so this will be easy run. You would think that, but no, I'm pretty sure the last time I was here with the group, it was a disaster. You would have thought that everyone was like 360 or 370, as opposed to the 322 we were when we first played this mission. And holy crap, the mission was it was harder than when it was first released somehow.
Why is he dying so fast? This is not normal.
Not sure.
Did they nerf him?
Could be.
Or no, they raised it, maybe they raised the CR cap, maybe. I'm pretty sure we weren't able to
We're
have
at
370s.
oh, we're at 378. Oh, actually, there's no CR cap here.
That's weird. Uh-oh. Oh!
I'm very disappointed in you.
No, I'm alive.
But you let your friend die.
I don't have friends.
Oh, okay. All's good. Ah, come on.
Perfection breeds multitudes.
Ah, my friend Al Simmons, he's on.
Oh, Batman 1716. It's on the to-do list, but somehow there's always a video that takes the priority over that video. I'll try to make it this weekend.
Slacker lacquer.
Oh yeah.
You probably got like 5 videos on the go right now.
Too many videos right now.
You're the one you're working on right now is Ghost Rider, right?
It's on the list, but not very high on the list, I have to admit.
You have and always will fail. Brainiac is supreme.
Man, I love the animation of the freaking metal Batman. so cool.
Asmodus says Asmodus says too low right now, but here to support the channel. Thank you, that's much appreciated.
So, question about the Batman ally. Do you see yourself using it often when it comes out?
I could see it. I could see using it on the alternate character to find the collections and briefings and that kind of stuff. But then again, that would mean upgrading it to rank at least rank 6. Not sure I'm gonna do that with my alts. So I don't know. And the combat ability, the buff you get to might and precision. It's only at the start of the battle, so.
Always has backups.
Yeah, but let's just say the battle is only like a few ads. Ads typically only take a few seconds to kill, so it could actually be really useful.
Yeah, but then again, if you need that to defeat the ads, you have bigger issues.
True
Like
that.
it would be only really useful against a boss. But then again, bosses fights usually are a bit longer, and if all you get is the boost at the start of the fight, it makes the whole ability useless for most of the fight. Or it's going to encourage people to swap allies. Like people would start the boss fight, and then after 6 hits, they'll switch their ally, their Batman ally for something else.
I'd never get here.
I owe you for the assist.
Holy jeez, I forgot that this DLC likes to fill your inventory up.
Oh yeah.
Guess this is it then.
Jesus
Glad I
Christ.
could get you to this point.
So guys,
4 rows.
I can't
4
wait
rows,
to tell
that's
everyone
nothing.
back home about that.
So guys, we're going to go to the Flashpoint open world. So if you guys want to come and join us there, I know some of you guys wanted to join the group. Obviously the group was full, but in the open world, doesn't matter if the group is full or not. We can all be there anyways. And it doesn't matter also if you are not in the group. So if you are an evil villain, come and join us. But nah, the new Batman ally, might use it in battle, and that's pretty much it.
No. If, in your opinion, would you use it as an attack?
Yeah, that's it. I might use it as a combat ally, like to attack, and that's pretty much it. Like the first ability in combat, no. Force of habit.
But I'm asking if you'd recommend it to people, or you're just gonna get it because it's Batman.
I guarantee you a lot of people will get it just because it's Batman. But the passive abilities are pretty much pointless. If you're a high level player, odds are you already have all the briefings and investigations in the game. Or if you don't have them all, you're close to having them all. So not really useful to have Batman for that. I could see it maybe useful for collection farming. But usually when there's a new DLC, I'll use 1, maybe 2 radar enhancers to see where the spawn points are, and then afterwards I don't need the radar anymore. So I don't know. I don't see it being very useful. And again, for the combat ability, the first passive ability that gives you a boost to precision and might, yeah, it's useful at the start of the fight, and that's it. And I already expect a lot of people to just start swapping allies the same they swap artifacts.
Alright, I'm at Doomsday.
Oh, the bat says, who's your definite Batman? The classic Batman, and especially the one from the 80s when it was drawn by Jim Aparo.
Most of the goons left.
The yellow oval Batman with the blue cowl.
Squabbling over crumbs. Dissuade them
It'll
to
take
never
all of
be
us.
What about you, Mr. Flashpoint?
Help the resistance.
As if I needed to ask.
General Adam's psyops
has
become a problem.
what's the question, sorry?
Take care of it.
Your favorite Batman?
Oh no, I hate the Flashpoint one. Flashpoint one sucks.
Oh, okay.
No, it probably, I'd say yeah, it'd be Flashpoint my favorite. And then the second one would be, I want to say Rebirth.
So guys, we are in
Michael
phase 3. If you want to come and join us, and there should be plenty of room. So come and join us in Phase 3. And again, if you are not in the group, doesn't matter. If you're an evil villain, doesn't matter. We should be able to fight Evil Doomsday all together. Sorry, Mr. Flashpoint. I
Should
couldn't
I
cut you off.
start the,
No, not
should I
yet.
start?
Let's wait for people a bit.
Okay.
Camden is asking if I were to do missions, would I be able to get gear to look like the Flashpoint Batman? Absolutely. What's the gear called again? Knights of Vengeance or something?
Yeah.
So if you look on the broker, you will see the Flashpoint Batman gear. You can get it from there.
But, I mean, personally, in my opinion, the chest piece and the shoulders look nothing like the iconic look.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah, personally, I kind of like to tweak the look when I make a Flashpoint Batman. I made quite a few videos with it, so you guys can look it up.
Alright.
So I guess we can get started. Worst comes to worst, we'll come fight Doomsday afterwards again.
And then I'm assuming you're gonna want to do the generals next, and then after that the
We'll do the generals,
Prince at
the Prince, and then we'll come back to Doomsday again for those who maybe came in late.
Okay.
Hello, Cyborg.
I need people to get on the turrets because he's draining my power. There you go. Damn, we are destroying him.
I sure hope so. Sadly, in October, that's all going to change. We'll probably be capped around the... Because this is one of the last 3 DLC. So when we get the next DLC, this will probably be capped at combat rating 322 or something.
Oh, that's fine. No, I think it's gonna be capped at like 350.
This world doesn't know what they just
We'll see.
dodged.
Camden is asking how much is the gear on the broker. I have to admit, I have no idea. It's been a long time since I looked it up. And sadly, prices on the broker changes all the time. But if you just do a quick search on the broker, you'll know soon enough. Sentinel is saying, yeah, Multiverse, how would you feel if they did a Superman Rebirth style for anniversary event for 2023, and would you want to see that? I'm not sure.
Back off! Your will Your last unit. Don't hold back for my sake! Is that it?
That was quick. Oh, there's still one up.
Yeah, I'll say.
I won't
Let's
complain.
go to...
We suffered enough against those evil bounties. So if we can now crush them, I'll take it.
Oh, and the prince is almost dead already. I think we should redo Prince and Doomsday, because I don't think everyone's gonna get through.
Sure.
Because Prince is gonna be dead in like 1 second.
So guys, if you need Doomsday, come and join us there. We'll be there in actually, we'll go there right now.
Get away!
He hasn't spawned yet.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it'll give people a chance to come and join us. So we are in phase 3, guys. So come and join us there, and we'll fight the evil Doomsday together. And again, if you are heroes, villains, doesn't matter. Although there seems to be only heroes tonight, so sadly you guys can see the huge difference between when we play Evil Friday with villains And when we play with heroes, it's very easy to get a full group or even more. Villains, it's a bit challenging, sadly.
Can I invite a friend of mine to the
Sure.
group? It's the Al Simmons right beside me.
Well, the group is full.
No, someone left.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Perfecto.
Now you can kick me out.
No. Never. You're trapped in here.
Help! Help!
Doomsday, where are you?
That's okay, we'll wait.
I can just find another phase where he's at. If you want. Phase 4?
Well, nah, let's stay here because we told people to come here. Oh, there
Oh,
he is.
he spawned. Alright. You know what bounty is actually still brutal though in Flashpoint is Merc. Like he just charges at you and he kills you no matter what freaking role you are.
Yeah. Now someone is asking, what do you think of the kick-ass style? Oh, we can recreate a pretty good version of kick-ass in DCUO Online.
Yeah. It's pretty much paneled bodysuit, and then you get the Harley Quinn gloves and boots, or not boots, yeah, shoes, and there you go. Like
Just
from the
saying,
Bombshell.
just saying they need to remove the factions. At this point, it's almost like playing on a different server. It's yeah, but a lot of people want. A lot of people are very protective for the faction they're in. They made the choice to be an evil villain or a hero, and in some cases they don't even want to play with the other faction. And, sometimes they don't have a choice.
Alright, did you want to do the Prince and then call it a day, or do you want to do the Generals again?
Well, let's go do the generals again in case someone else needs them. Because at this point it's probably challenging, let's say, to find people to be able to play those bounties. So if some people need them, that might help them out at least a bit. Sentinel is asking, I hope they give us a Superman emblem next year for his 80th anniversary. With Superman, it seems to be tricky, but who knows? With all the changes that's happening at Warner's with Discovery, maybe there'll be some positive changes concerning Superman and DCUO. Oh, Shadow Knight is saying he meant his kick-ass style. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Jay says, I don't think they... Jay says, I don't think they would... what?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jay says, I don't think they would decline permission to use a Superman emblem. I think they just don't care enough to try to be honest. Well, the dev seems to have a different idea to what the player base think is cool, or to what the player base want. The best example I can think of right now is the new event. They made a new event, the Homecoming event, that is, in theory, it is themed around the Teen Titans, but in reality, it's pretty much a Starfire event. I don't think there's anyone who said, I'd like to have an event made around Starfire. There's someone else in the comments at some point who pretty much made a good comparison, and I'm getting old, I just can't recall his exact example. But sadly, what the devs think is cool and what the player base think is cool seems to be wildly different. So the player base is asking and asking and asking for a Superman emblem. Could be that the devs don't find that it's a good idea. There's also this anti-Superman sentiments for quite some time now. The same is true with Captain America. There's a lot of people who don't seem to like America very much. And Superman pretty much represents that. So I don't know if that might be one of the reasons, but I wouldn't be surprised.
On behalf of us both.
What say you, Mr. Flashpoint?
I think that, I mean, you can name 100 million reasons, but I think the simple answer to it is that they just don't care.
Maybe.
They want to do they just want to do what they want.
Oh, Jay says all the
You know?
Starfire and Blackfire cosplayers are beaming with joy. All two of them. Yeah, that pretty much sum up the whole thing. Like, it's not a bad idea per se that they made a Starfire event. It's going to please very tiny minority of people, as opposed to if they were to make a similar event based around Superman, where we could get the Superman emblem, a nice Superman cape, a nice Superman costume, and so on. Uh, but what can you do? Asmodus, thank you, Asmodus. Much appreciated.
So, does this look like the Zarathos that you remember?
Not at all.
No.
No. The one I remember is from even before we got to Danny Ketch. There was this issue of Spider-Man where, for some reason, Zarathos gets loose, and he has to get it back in some sort of urn or something. It was a very good issue. That is somewhat. The artwork was a bit rushed. I think they either they were very behind schedule and they made it very quick. It had a weird Charles Vest cover, but nah, that's not at all. There's Zarathos, I remember. Oh, and here's a Kick-Ass. Pretty spot on. I have to admit, for the mask, I wouldn't have thought to use that.
I probably would use the paneled bodysuit, chest, and legs. That's what I would use. And the Bombshell Harley Quinn gloves.
Well, even if pattern is not quite the same, it sells the idea that this is Kick-Ass. When you see the look, you understand quite well.
Yeah.
That, oh, that's Kick-Ass. Imagine Superboy style in Vendor. Yeah, that would have been nice, as opposed to Starfire and Blackfire. But what can you do? They decided to go with those characters. Hopefully, at some point, they will give us a Superboy style, or maybe a new Robin style, or a Nightwing style. Who knows? Through that vendor. It is, in theory, it should be Teen Titans related, not just Starfire related. But you never know.
So, do you think that the event has potential to be a good event in the following years, you know, with rewards, or do you think that the theme of it is just going to be terrible throughout the rest of its life?
The potential is there. Ideally, you should be able to get. There's a whole bunch of Teen Titans. The roster of the Teen Titans grew year after year after year,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's no shortage of character they could choose from Cyborg to Robin, and with Robin there would be Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, Damian Wayne even was a part of the Titans at some point. Hawk and Dove were part of the Titans. There's a laundry list of characters they could use and they could give us styles for. Uh, the only the only thing is, what will they give us? Because again, sometimes what the devs think is a good idea, not the same thing as what the players think is a good idea. The styles that the devs seems cool, or the ideas that the devs seems cool, doesn't seem to be in sync with a lot of the player base. I understand that they're
They'll
trying
probably
to
give
be.
us.
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say it. I was gonna say they probably just give us styles that you know they're at least not like not that nobody likes, but it's like there's not a very big group of people that people like them. Like Terra, and like you know as an example, it's like there's this. It's a very small group of people that actually like the character vividly. You know, so
Sure.
that's probably something that they probably give us something like that in the future. I could totally see it, just
And
the way they are.
in a roundabout ways, like if they give us the Terra style, the Terra costume was pretty much modeled after our brother. I forget his name. He was in the Outsiders. So if they were to give us, let's say, the Terra style, for the male characters, they could give us the our brother style, Geo Force. So they could try to please everyone that way, but who knows what they'll decide. Like even for Robin, let's say they were to give us a Robin style. Again, we could get a Tim Drake Robin for male characters, but we could get the style that what's her name, Stephanie Brown had
Yeah.
when she was Robin. So we could have both, or even Carrie Kelly. So there are alternatives. There are ways they could try to please everyone, but they don't do that. So now there could be some restrictions I'm not aware of. It could be that there's some styles they truly cannot use for reasons. Um, at some point, I thought that maybe they had only a partial license. It could be that their license allows them to use certain things, and maybe they have to pay. Like maybe they don't have access to Superman with the license they have, and they have to pay some extra for Superman for reasons. I don't think that's exactly it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Another reason why maybe they don't give us the Superman stuff is that whenever they use Superman in anything, they have to pay some royalties to the estate of the Superman creators. So that could be the single biggest reason why they don't give us Superman stuff, because they have to pay extra for that, uh, or they don't want the estate to get some residuals. So they we can speculate a lot why they do or don't give us the stuff, but at the end of the day, there's some stuff like the Superman style that is highly requested, and we don't have it. Like imagine if they were to give us that style. Holy crap! Look at the big emblem on the chest. Yeah, there is the House of L warsuit we could use that has a big emblem, but again, it looks like the way it looks. This would be infinitely better. I wouldn't
I
even
could
mind if
see them
they
doing this, giving us the exact suit that he's wearing right in front of us, but
without the
make the
emblem.
emblem so small that you can't even see it. I can see
Or,
him
or,
doing it.
or without the emblem like they did with the Six Dimension Superman.
That too. I could totally see them doing that, or just having the emblem there, but there's no S in it.
Yeah. Well, they did that with the Superman, the new 52 Superman style, the Stalwart Defender. They give us a Superman style, but without the emblem.
It's stupid, man.
It's frustrating, yes.
Like, I think there's probably more people that have been that want the Superman friggin' emblem in the game than there are with Batman, Wonder Woman, and and Flash combined.
Well,
Like
it's
there's
by
generally a
far,
big audience.
yeah, it's by far the most requested item. And at some point, I could have made a video every week about the Superman emblem, and I would get good numbers. So there is a huge demand for that emblem, but somehow, uh, when we get one, it's a once in a while thing. Although I see a lot of people use the House of Zox emblem, so yeah, it's not as good as the actual Superman emblem, but it's a nice compromise, I guess.
If you squint, it looks like the Superman emblem.
If you're half blind and squint very hard, yeah, I suppose. Although
That's what I mean.
it did work really well with the like that Batman, Superman, Green Lantern amalgam. Somehow the emblem worked well for that look, because it was a weird mixture of in the comic it was a weird mixture of the Superman and Batman emblem, and somehow the House of Zox kind of reproduces that a little bit.
Yeah. And we
Someone
got a
asked
lot of people here.
Multiverse, what do you think we'll get for Batman Day this September? I have to admit, I have no idea. I would be nice if we could get a Robin ally. I would take it. Personally, I would like to get if we could get a new Batman emblem. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, here we have our friend Super Kryptonian with the emblem we were talking about. So yeah, it's not a Superman emblem, but within the context of DC Universe Online, if that's all you have, it does the trick well enough. And the one thing I like about this emblem actually is that there's an enhanced version. Like we do have a couple of Superman emblems, but we don't have an enhanced version of those emblems. So with the House of Zox, the one advantage it has is that we can have it as an enhanced emblem if we want to. Batman 1716. The way I play tank, I play support role and let the pro tank do all the work. Whatever works. If it works, why not? Uh, Ankira is asking, do you have everything in the game? Nah, I don't have everything. I have a lot though. I won't lie. I have an embarrassment of riches, but I don't have everything. There's still a few things I don't have. Yeah, I'm a bit of a completionist, I suppose. But also, I'll make video for you guys. So whenever they create a new piece of gear, a new style, a new aura, I have to get it if I want to be able to show it to you in a video. A long time ago, I didn't have everything. There's a lot of way back when I was playing when I started playing DCUO Online, I was playing as the Phantom, and pretty much at character creation, I had all the styles I needed for my character. So for a long, long, long time, I didn't care about styles very much. And then later on, I switched to playing Magneto First Class. Again, I didn't care about styles very much at that point. Like the headpiece, I was using the Knight headpiece, which is perfect for Magneto character, and that's pretty much the only headpiece I needed. So whenever they would come up with a new headpiece, like the Orion headpiece or any other headpiece, I didn't care very much about those because I did not need them. But then when they started giving us, actually, when I started the channel, I changed my character to Multiverse, and that's pretty much when I really started caring about styles, and that's when I started getting pretty much all the styles. Uh, which is one of the reasons why I don't have everything or even close to having everything. Because for a long, long time, I did not have, I did not get I did not get styles. I did not care about styles, and I started getting caring about styles pretty much when I started the channel. And there's some older styles that sadly I had missed out, and that was, let's say, challenging to get in retrospect. Although as time went by, they did re-release a few of those styles, like the Batman mask we had some time ago, or even this month we had the Two Face mask. So these are things I missed out way back when, but finally they came around and they gave us those items again. And Kira is
I got a
asking, how long have you been making content for DCUO? Actually, almost 7 years. I'll probably make a video about that soon. Yes, Mr. Flashpoint.
I I'm trying to remember. Does Magneto actually have the stripe down the hel
He does. I think the ultimate version he does. Or there's one version where
but for the
he does
classic
have.
one though?
Well, at the time I was playing Magneto First Class, so it wasn't really the classic. But anyway, the
Pretty sure the
Knight
classic
helmet,
one doesn't have it though.
the Knight helmet was pretty spot on. When you, especially if you use the right colors, with the Knight helmet, people understood you were Magneto. I could have sworn there was a version with the stripe.
I'm gonna look up right now Magneto. I'm curious.
You curious you?
Uh, yeah, I don't really see anything with the stripe down the middle. Hmm.
But until they come
I'm
up with
looking.
an official Magneto helmet, this is pretty much it. I tried at some point with
Yeah.
there's another helmet or two that I tried to use and that didn't really work. But with this helmet, it was perfect for Magneto. So for a long, long time, didn't care very much about styles, and because for a long time, my Magneto character looked as if he was fresh off the Brainiac ship. I was looking like a level 3 character, which when I was playing the on the PvP open world server, very often people would jump me thinking that like there were people who were pretty much hunting low level players. So someone would jump me thinking I was a low level player, and then I would give him the beating of his life. So that was very very satisfying. So sometimes I would
I'm
hang
really
into
curious.
yes,
I was gonna say I'm really curious to see you make an updated version of the Magneto suit
maybe someday.
with all the, see the difference, you know, from like um, whatever year you made that one, and then say 2022 or 2023, you know.
Dante is asking what's the best role to use for survival mode. I would say fire tank, but our friend Mr. Flashpoint maybe has a different opinion.
Fire tank is the best. I don't care what anyone says. Fire tank gets the job done. Did I turn off my mic? No, I didn't. Okay. Whoops.
Jin is asking, do you think our light is good troll? It works well enough. At the end of the day, you can almost play all the trolls the same way. There's a few distinction, but like the quantum tunneling is the one exception for quantum. For gadget, for a long time I didn't like the shields for gadget. So I had more survivability with my Magneto character that was mental at the time than with my Phantom character that was using gadget. I thought the shield were better with mental than gadget. So depending, there's some slight variations, but at the end of the day, with your controller, you're going to want to use so some you're going to want to use the power dump, some debuffs, um, at least one shield, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something.
I always have a shield in all my loadouts. That's me though.
Well, there's a lot of DPSs who don't bother with shields. They figure the healer will keep them alive, and there's a lot of players that are hyper focused in doing damage. So they don't put a shield in their loadout. They put only abilities that allow them to do damage, and they figure the healer will keep them alive.
See, I like to be self-sufficient in every area.
Sure. Batman
You know?
1716. Did you see that they made Batman like guys and girls? Yeah, they can't help it. Until they turn every single DC characters into LGBT characters, they're not gonna stop. So the next
Wait,
one is going to be Batman, and afterwards they'll go through all the characters slowly but surely. And that seems to be their game plan. And other than not buying the comics when they do that, nothing really we can do about it. Until we
wait.
decide to buy DC Comics, we can't do anything about that.
Did I hear you correctly?
What?
Did they just completely swapped Batman like that?
Well, they have this comic. A couple of months ago, there was a comic where they sort of implied that he was bi-curious. And at the time, people were saying, "Oh no, no, he's just doing that to trick the bad guy." But then the comic that came out, was it this week, last week, or is it coming out next week? Actually confirms that no, he actually was bi-curious. Now it's in sort of an Elseworld stories, and they have this line. I forget how they call it, a Black Label line or something like that. So they're right now they're using the excuse that oh, it's not the real Batman, it's a Batman in a Black Label line. But it's a first step towards that. Like they did that with Nick Fury. They changed Nick
Okay,
Fury for yeah
is it published by DC?
yeah yeah.
Oh, okay, then it's Batman. It's
Yeah,
as
but
simple as that.
supposedly Black Label's in its own continuity or something like that. But they did that before with Nick Fury. They had Samuel L. Jackson be Nick Fury in the Ultimate Universe, and then it bled over into the regular universe where the classic Nick Fury disappeared and only Samuel Jackson remained. And they're probably doing something similar. They're turning Batman bi in an Elseworld comic sort of, but they're going to use that in the future as to say that oh well he's always been bi. So anyways,
Well then, that interesting.
Jake is asking what is bi curious. He's curious about doing the nasty things with guys. So and he's doing that with ladies as well.
In other words, he's no longer gonna be making it with Catwoman and Talia eventually in the future. He's just gonna be just completely,
Well, they've done that with Tim
you know.
Drake. They made Tim Drake bisexual, but uh, we all know that he's never gonna kiss a girl ever again. So they're saying, oh no, he's not gay, he's just a bisexual. But in reality, he pretty much became gay when they did that. But it's sadly it's a pattern that's been going on for quite some time, and obviously they're not going to stop. It's not like okay until if we turn X amount of characters gay, that'll be enough, and then we'll stop. They won't stop. They'll until all the characters have been turned gay. Uh, Yeah, it'll never stop. It's like in Star Trek Discovery. In Star Trek Discovery, at some point they decided that everyone was by default. That buy was the default settings for everyone. Uh, so what
It's just funny to hear it said like that.
well, I wish
Oh,
I was
fuck.
making it up, but no, that's how it is.
The way you say it, by is the default setting.
I'm pretty sure I didn't come up with that. If I did, I want the 50 cents whenever someone uses that.
I've never heard anyone say that. Ever. Yeah.
Jane is asking, since you answered my first questions, can I have your answer, Mr. Ghost Rider? Opinion on atomic tank, electricity healer, and water heal. So that one's for you.
Electric heal, amazing. It's especially good as a battle healer as well. Atomic, it's a great tank, and I'd say it's pretty decent with damage, but it's really specializes in tank, especially with the survivability. Other than that, um, I don't really have an opinion on any other powers. Like water, I mean, it has the potential to be a really good healer. However, a lot of players don't know how to use it, so it doesn't tend to be a good healer. So, yeah. And I don't know if I'm missing something else, but yo, yeah, my friend just brought up another thing too. I hate the sound of atomic. So if you get really annoyed by terrible audio sounds,
Yeah,
you're
there's
not gonna like atomic.
there's the sound and the aura.
It's so annoying.
Like if you take the time to purchase a really nice aura, a really cool looking aura, and then it gets replaced with your Glucan aura.
Yeah. What is?
Jake is asking, what do you think about the Shade comic, and do you think it deserves the respect it gets? Uh, I can't recall the last time I read that comic, and it was a long time ago, so I really don't remember. I barely remember reading it, but I couldn't tell you even what it is. So I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys, because it's supper time.
Oh, probably gonna be supper time for me too, cause I got some burger I gotta put in the pan.
Sure. So guys, thank you for coming to play with us tonight. A lot of people tonight. It's always nice to see. Next week, not sure exactly what we'll play next week. There probably won't be a bonus week. Oh no, actually there should be a bonus week next week. The event will be in September. Uh, so next week,
Oh,
depending on what the bonus week will be, that will pretty much decide what content we'll play. Next week we're still playing Heroes, I think, or is it Evil Friday already? Oh, actually,
what?
next week is Evil Friday.
It is. Um, really quickly, out of everybody that is in this circle right now, who wants the Huntress crossbow? I ended up getting it. I'm giving it for free if anybody wants it. Just message me.
So guys, thank you for coming to play with us. Much appreciated. Let's give everyone a little bow. And thanks to everyone who've been watching the stream. You guys are awesome. And even more awesome are the people who comment in the chat. You guys are so awesome that I don't even have to moderate the chat. Like you saw, guys, tonight, we didn't get evil Russian bots. We didn't get anyone saying bad comments. And for that, guys, you guys are awesome.
Sometimes you have to break things.
Oh, one more. What artifact is good for electric power? I have to admit, I'm not sure. I would have to look it up. So, guys, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Mr. Ghost Rider. Any last words?
No, does everyone have a good weekend? And yeah, that's all. I'm good.
So, guys, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week for Evil Friday. Bye-bye, guys.
See you later.